Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and I wanted to do a movie tag, which is pretty much something that's been going on YouTube. I wasn't tagged by anybody, I just decided to do it. You get to pick your favorite movies from a category, and I have some questions that one YouTuber did, so I took some of them. Some of them I made up myself, because I noticed that it seems like whenever people are doing these movie tags, it seems like they all have the same thing except for a few other questions. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the formula that this person has, and so yeah, here we go. So the first question is favorite movie of all time, and then favorite scene from that movie. So I have two favorite movies. The first one is Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien, and this is just such a great cast. It's such a fun movie. It's basically about a family living in the 1900s, and you know, it pretty much kind of feels like a television sitcom because there's so many different storylines that are going on. Judy Garland's character falls in love with John Truitt. Esther falls in love with John Truitt. It's just a really great movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend you see it. It's so great, and I just really love the movie. The cast is great. My favorite scene from the movie is probably the Halloween scene, and the scene before when Tootie, the little girl, who's probably my favorite character in the movie. I think she's hilarious in the movie. Margaret O'Brien was just great. She's adorable in this movie. Pretty much, she goes out trick-or-treating, and she pretends that John Truitt hit her, and Esther gets all mad, and then we find out it was all a prank, and that she exaggerated, made it up, and I thought that's a really funny scene. And that's probably my favorite scene in the movie. Although I also love the beginning scene with the soup, and everyone's like, too sweet, too sour, too sweet, too sour. I think that scene's really funny too. Just the whole movie's really funny. I really love the whole movie, and it's just got everything you could want in a movie. So definitely Meet Me in St. Louis is my first one. The second one is another musical. It's Rent. This is very different, of course, from Meet Me in St. Louis. This movie's much more emotional, but that's why I love it. It's probably one of my favorite modern movie musicals. I think they did such a great job with it. The cast is great. And my favorite scene from this movie is the La Vie Boheme scene, which of course pretty much summarizes the movie. You know, all the people of different races, different genders, different sexualities, all singing together and having just a great time, rejoicing. That's my favorite scene in this movie, and that's why I love it so much. So yeah, those are my two favorite movies. Now favorite actor. So now it is goes to the next category, which is favorite actor / actress. So I'm gonna go a little old school here because I have one old school and then one new one. So for old school, my favorite like really old school actor, not really just old school, but an actor that not a lot of people would know about is Gene Kelly. He is, in a lot of ways, like me. Like, he danced, he sang, he acted. I really hope to one day be like him. He's a really great role model. He did so many great movies, and American in Paris is just one of them. I think his best movie, in my opinion, is Singing in the Rain. I think everyone will agree with me on that one, but this one's great, too. Yeah, he did some really amazing stuff. My current favorite, like the one who's currently my favorite, like in the top ones, I have one is Adam Sandler. Right now, I know he's not producing good movies, but he made some really great ones, and I really enjoy his movies. And a recent one for me, because of 21 Jump Street, is Jonah Hill. I think Jonah Hill's a really great actor. He's really funny, and I just really love Jonah Hill. So that's my favorite current actor. My favorite actress, if you couldn't tell, was Judy Garland. She is my favorite. She was just amazing. She had the voice of an angel. Plus, she was so great at acting. She was fun. She could be funny when she needed to be funny. She could be serious when she needed to be serious. And she was always on cue. Every movie she did, if she was in it, she was my favorite part in it. I thought she was great. And, you know, this is my favorite movie from her. Meet Me in St. Louis is definitely my favorite movie from her. Oh, by the way, Jonah Hill, my favorite movie from Jonah Hill is either 21 Jump Street or Superbad. I like The Sitter, though, too. A lot of people didn't like that one, but I did. And I thought this is such a great movie for her. And I absolutely loved her in this. Favorite current movie actress is Chloe Grace Moretz. Unfortunately, I don't have my favorite movie of her, which is Kick-Ass. I do have Hugo. I think she's a great actress. She is exactly my age. Well, not yet. She's only 15. She's only 16 or 15. But she's pretty close to my age. And I think she's just a really great actress. She's fantastic. In this movie, she's great. One of my favorite performances of her is definitely in Kick-Ass. I really loved her in that. I thought she was great in that. So, Chloe Grace Moretz is my favorite actress currently. I hear that Chloe Grace Moretz is a movie. I'm definitely I can't wait for the Carrie remake and Kick-Ass 2. I mean, I just love her movies. I haven't seen a movie with Chloe Grace Moretz. Okay, Let Me In was okay, but she was still really great in that movie. The next question is most annoying actor/actress. This wasn't very hard to do for me. I mean, I picked some good ones, I think. One of the most annoying actors for me, like, ever, like, one of the ones I just think is so annoying is Ricky Gervais. He is so annoying, like, to the point where he's not funny at all. I don't think he's funny. I think he's just annoying, and I don't really like him. So yeah, Ricky Gervais is definitely one. He's just offensive, and I don't like him very much. Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen's also offensive, and Jonah Hill can be offensive. I didn't mention Sacha Baron Cohen. He's also one of my favorite actors because he can do a lot. So yeah, he's definitely one. Another one is Johnny Depp. I think, and the only reason I said Johnny Depp is not because he's an annoying person, but he's overhyped, and he's not as good as everyone says he is. And he basically plays the same character in every type of movie. Yes, he plays a different type of character, but he plays the same type of character in every single movie. So that's the problem with me with Johnny Depp in all his movies. Most annoying actress for me is pretty easy. Kristen Stewart. She is so annoying. I mean, every movie I've ever seen, out of all the movies I've seen, she's the only actress I've ever had such a problem with. Every time she's in a movie, she feels very disconnected, especially if it is in Twilight. If it's Twilight, she's not as disconnected, but if she does another movie that is in Twilight, she feels very disconnected and very much like, I am Kristen Stewart. I show no emotion at all. I don't care. She shows no emotion at all, and I don't like that. I just think that's really annoying, and I don't like that very much at all. And just, it's stupid. Alright. The next question I just made up. It is favorite comedy. I think my favorite comedy is probably, where is it? Billy Madison. This movie is so funny. I never laughed so hard in a movie. Pretty much Adam Sandler plays this like 30 or 40-year-old who wants to go back to school. He basically is a dropout. He wants to get back. He wants to get his father's hotel, but he only passed high school because his father was rich, and he wants to get his father's hotel, but his father tells him he can only get it if he goes back to school. And it's such a funny movie. I mean, he's so great. And, what's her name? Bridget Wilson, I think. Yeah, I think that's who that is. She's also great in this. I think the whole cast is great. I just really love this movie. It's really funny. Another one I'd say is Superbad. I don't have Superbad, but I did really enjoy Superbad. So, yeah, Superbad's another one I really enjoyed. Alright, the next question is favorite guilty pleasure film. I think I'd have to say the Bring It On movies. I don't want to say I like these movies, but I do. I like, especially the first one. The first one's really great. I think the first one, both boys and girls can like. It's got stuff for boys and girls. I really like the first Bring It On. I think it's really fun and great. The second one was okay. The third one was the only other one that was really good. I thought these two were just really good, and I just think both of them are really good. So those are my guilty pleasures. I kind of just got the other ones because I wanted to see the rest of the series, and these two I really did enjoy, but the other ones were just okay. The fifth one was horrible. The fifth one's racist, even, so don't even get me started on the fifth one. I didn't like the fifth one. Alright, so those are probably my guilty pleasures. Favorite animated movie This is kind of hard because I like a lot of anime movies. I ended up picking 3, actually. Now, these 2 are ones I'm sure everyone would pick. Toy Story 3, of course, very heartfelt movie. All the Toy Story movies are great, but I think Toy Story 3 was the best one. And then Shrek, of course, hilarious. But my favorite animated movie, I don't know why, but for some reason, it's been Finding Nemo, and I really love Finding Nemo, and I just think it's a really great animated movie. But, oh, I forgot to get out my favorite one. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, you guys. I got it. My favorite anime movie, and this one's really weird. Hoodwinked. This is my favorite anime movie, and I don't know why. I think it's really funny, and it's a really great movie. It's funny, it's got a great cast, and it's a good musical, too. There are a lot of songs in here. I didn't think the second one was as good, but the first one I absolutely loved. I remember I saw it, and I just was in love with this movie. I loved it. I think Anne Hathaway's great, and the whole cast is great. So Hoodwinked has always been my favorite animated film. I don't know why. It just is. It's weird. And Finding Nemo, the only reason I mentioned it was because it was the very first movie I saw as a child. Like in the movie theaters. Alright. Next question. Oh, this one's easy. Favorite movie genre and favorite movie from that genre. Obviously, you can tell my favorite movies. My favorite movie genre are musicals, and those movies that I mentioned are great. Also, I have a couple other ones that I like. Singing in the Rain, Les Miserables. I just really love that one. That one was great too. Singing in the Rain, of course, you know the classics. All the Judy Garland ones. An American in Paris. Hello, Dolly. Rodgers and Hammerstein films. There are just so many I can name off to you. I've seen so many musical films, and I just really love musical films. Also comedies. I love comedies. And then horror movies. So, musicals, comedy, horror. Those are my 3 favorites. Favorite tearjerker? I have to say my favorite tearjerker was Rent. It just made me so emotional, and it's such a powerful movie. And then also Les Miserables, because this one is so emotional too. I just thought it was really great. In 2013. By the way, that's a great movie. Rent, of course, though, really made me emotional, and I really enjoyed Rent too. So yeah. The next one is favorite movie villain. I honestly don't know what my favorite movie villain is. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of really great ones. I can't really think of my favorite movie villain. It's kind of hard to pick this one, so unfortunately, I'm going to replace this one with favorite childhood movie. I ended up replacing this one with that one because I couldn't really think of favorite movie villain. So instead of favorite movie villain, I picked favorite childhood movie. And my favorite childhood movie, like the one I watched as a kid over and over again. This movie I can watch over and over again. I can never get tired of it. Daddy Daycare. I just really, really love this movie with Eddie Murphy. I think it's actually Eddie Murphy's best movie. And I think it's really, really funny. It's such a great kids movie. And I still love it to this day. I think it's great. I think it's a timeless movie. I mean, you don't have to be a kid to just enjoy it. I mean, anyone can relate to this. I remember watching this when I was young. I used to watch this TV over and over again. It was one of the ones I watched over and over again. And I just always loved this movie. I always have. The next question is favorite movie duo. I have 2. Alright. The first one is Dana Carvey and Mike Myers in Wayne's World. I love this movie. Oh, Wayne's World. That's another one of my favorite comedies. I forgot to mention that one. I love Wayne's World. But part of the reason I love it is because of these 2. They're such a great duo. And the first one definitely is better than the second one. I have the second one. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. I think they're a really great duo. One of the best duos I've seen in a movie. And then the other one is Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street. I don't know, I just think they had really great chemistry, and for the first time, I enjoyed Channing Tatum. I've never enjoyed Channing Tatum in a movie until 21 Jump Street. So yeah, I loved both of those. The next question is favorite film from 2000. Oh, no. It's favorite trilogy. Okay. A lot of people are going to say really big ones like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and big action epic. But this is a trilogy that I've loved. One that each movie I've seen, each one I've seen is just better than the first one. And this is going to be really stupid, but the High School Musical trilogy, I'm sorry. I love these movies. I always have, and I always will. I think these two are much more mature than the first one. The third one's really mature. It definitely felt more mature on the big screen. It was still a kid's movie, but these two really, they're not kids' movies. They're more than kids' movies. I mean, anybody of any age could watch this movie, and, you can't not relate to this movie. It's such a great movie. High School Musical 3, then 2, and 1. All of them are so great. Each one surpassed the other, and I just love this trilogy. It's always been my favorite. It's the reason I love musicals was because of this trilogy. If I remember this trilogy, I might not like his musicals as much as I do. The next question. Did the favorite tearjerker already? Favorite musical, I already did that one. Alright, favorite film from 2012. I actually have 3 that I want to talk about. And my favorite film from 2012 is probably Les Miserables. I just really, really loved it. I thought the cast was great and everybody was great in this movie. Also, The Perks of Being a Wallflower was great. I still haven't seen Silver Linings Playbook, but I thought Perks of Being a Wallflower was really great as well, really touching, and I really love that one. And then another one that I don't think a lot of people have seen, and I reviewed it on my YouTube channel, is Ruby Sparks. I love this movie. It's such a great movie, and everyone needs to see that one. So these 3 definitely have been my favorites. So far, at least. I still haven't seen every film of 2012. What movie surprised me the most? Like, a movie that surprised me a lot. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I think that movie that surprised me the most was actually, I don't know. That's a hard question to answer, so again, I'm just going to skip that question and go to the next question. Movie you love that everyone hates. I've got a few, but I picked 2, and these 2 are ones that I love, and I don't know why everyone doesn't. Yeah, this movie's really funny. I don't know why people don't like it. I think it's really funny. Cast is great. It's just really, really funny. Rob Schneider was actually really funny in this movie, and I'm really not looking forward to Grown Ups 2. I don't think it's gonna be as funny. It just doesn't look as funny, and this one was funny. I didn't think it needed a sequel. Plus, they dropped Rob Schneider, whose character was awesome. And then Joyful Noise. This one recently came out. Everyone hated this movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton were great, but really Keke Palmer and Jeremy Jordan really were the big stars of this movie right here. These 2 are really great, and so is Queen Latifah. I just really love this movie. I don't know what anyone's problem is. Alright. Movie you hate that everyone loves. Alright. So, I think there are a couple that I picked. The first one is a recent one, Snow White and the Huntsman. Oh my god, I hated this movie. I can't tell you guys how much I hated it. I got in like 20 minutes, and then I stopped because I didn't want to see anymore. I thought Kristen Stewart was like very, very wooden in this movie. And then Chris Hemsworth wasn't very good. Charlize Theron was good, but I just didn't like this movie. And then another one that I saw recently was Cabaret, which was a movie with Liza Minnelli that I really wanted to enjoy, but I didn't like it. I hated it. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the very dark themes or something, but I just didn't like it. Alright. Last movie you saw in theaters / general. Last movie I saw in theaters was actually Beautiful Creatures, which was a while ago. No, Scary Movie 5. That was the last movie I saw in theaters. Scary Movie 5 was the last movie I saw in theaters. So that pretty much answers that question. Yeah. Favorite action movie? I picked The Avengers. I just really love The Avengers. And there's really nothing else I can say about it. I picked The Avengers. I think it's a great movie. Alright. This next one I came up with. Most underrated movie. Alright. The most underrated movie for me, I picked a few. The first one I picked was Fan Slam. Everyone needs to check out this movie. It's really great. Vanessa Hudgens, Mashaka, Galen Canal, and Lisa Kudrow. It's just a really great movie. I really love it. And it says like it's so funny. It is funny, but there's one thing you're going to want to do. There's a Twizzler thing that Sam does, and you'll want to do it after the movie. And then Hello Dolly, which is a musical that everybody hates, but I personally love it. I absolutely love this movie. I don't know why everyone doesn't. It's just really, really great. And the last question is, any movie recommendations? Yes. Everyone, please check out Ruby Sparks. It is so great. I don't know why more people have not seen it. It's probably my favorite limited movie of 2012. I think it's really, 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 really great. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. If you haven't seen my review of it, definitely watch that, because that'll give you more of an idea of what it is. It's hard to explain. So that's basically it for this movie tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!